Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending where you are joining us in the world. And welcome for another live stream by Decrypting Crypto. My name is Wasim Debussy, and I'm one of the hosts. And every Thursday, I come to you guys with a new topic around economics, around financial literacy, and mindset. Now, in my last video, I spoke to you guys about the WEF, the World Economic Forum. We spoke about who they are, how they're created, what it takes to become a membership, to get a membership there, and we realized that the WEF is a combination of governments as well as very wealthy institutions that come together. So it's a public-private partnership. And as we spoke last time, the WEF is supposed to be a non-biased organization that's supposed to help the world. We also spoke about how their memberships, how basically it's just a massive lobbying group. They just lobbies governments for what they want. And a lot of the stuff that they lobby is for the interest of the members, being the large institutions. So today I want to speak to you guys about what the Great Reset is. I'm just going to move my camera down a little bit. Okay, there we go. So today I'm going to speak to you guys about what the Great Reset is. So if you've been hearing anything for the past 2 years, there's supposed to be a Great Reset coming. Now, what is this Great Reset? Where did it come from? Where did the name come from? What has been the reaction about it? So since 2020, we've had the pandemic, we've had countries panicking all around the world with lockdowns and vaccine passports and mandates and whatnot. Now, although that has now we're kind of over that, and we're moving into that post-pandemic recovery period. The divide between the rich and the poor seems to be getting bigger and bigger. And we're seeing this because of inflation that's happening around the world. We're seeing this because of the economic downturn. We're seeing this as we see more and more people, even in first world countries, having a great divide between the haves and have-nots. So the Great Reset was something that was an idea that came about from the World Economic Forum in their meeting at Davos back in 2021. And this idea was that the world needs a new economic model that's different to the old model. And this model isn't just about, it's a new model that's looking at a whole bunch of things, looking at environmental, looking at the way we work, looking at the way we own things, looking at how we live our life. And it came about when a whole bunch of all these elites came together and spoke about how they can make the world better for the future. Now, from the outlook, it looks good because they're looking at reducing poverty, they're looking at better environmental change, they're looking at creating a better world for us. But today, we want to talk a little bit about what it actually means. So the creation of the Great Reset is a move from shareholder capitalism to stakeholder capitalism. Now, what does that mean? That means shareholder capitalism is when you own something, you are part of capitalism. But stakeholder capitalism means you don't own anything. And this was proven and is shown on the WEF social media. And I showed this to you guys in some of my other videos where they basically said you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. So that's the first part of it. The second part is about constructing a more resilient and equitable system based on environmental, social, and government metrics. So that's what they call the ESG. So that's looking at environmental, social issues as well as governance issues. How is the world governed? And also harnessing the fourth industrial revolution. And this fourth industrial revolution they talk about within the Great Reset is around moving towards AI and moving towards more computer-generated manufacturing and so forth, so that humans need to do less. So is this going to be an issue for us? Is this going to cause problems? Is it going to cause a great divide? This is what we want to discuss today. So according to Klaus Schwab, the founder and president of the WEF, he actually said the pandemic represents an unusual short-term opportunity to reflect, rethink, and reboot our world. The Great Reset will not be easy. And the pandemic keeps the world in a state of uncertainty, and our capacity to react is being hindered in society based on interpersonal connections and where the economy, politics, and the environment technology are influencing one another. So according to the WEF, the Great Reset is going to be looking at harnessing innovation for the fourth industrial revolution. Is going to be driving development of sustainable business models, redesigning skills and jobs for a digital era. So, as we all work more from home, strengthening the the economy of the world, and potentially creating a new financial system, and also looking at how governments and how the public and the private sector work together. So some of the ideas of the Great Reset that they've come up with has been around investing in people, in education, in health, in social protection, and in avoiding the sharp rise in inequality that's happening around the world right now. It's looking at promoting low carbon growth to achieve a better climate control for us as a world, and also taking advantage of the digital transformation, whether expanding the way that governments work, whether expanding the way that we work. All of these things are going to be part of the Great Reset. So from the outside, the Great Reset looks like it's a great thing for humanity and it's a great thing for society. But the word the Great Reset, when it was first introduced, scared a lot of people. What does it mean? What's the Great Reset mean? And social media went crazy, and conspiracy theorists went nuts on social media with a whole bunch of theories about what's going to happen. And the reality is, as we move away from a shareholder capitalism to a stakeholder capitalism, and moving away from owning things to just, not owning anything and being happy leasing things and just paying for things and not having ownership, the whole idea of human freedom is to own something. So when you take something away from humanity, taking the ability to own and have ownership over property, then this is taking away a human right. And this is where a lot of the conspiracy theorists around the world started going crazy and started talking about it and started saying that the pandemic was planned, and this is all got to do with they're shutting down the economy because of what they're planning on doing. Now, on this channel, we don't subscribe to either side. We want to look at things from both perspectives. So what we recommend and what we're talking about when it comes to the Great Reset is, yes, there is something coming. There is a new order coming. And now, whether you call it the New World Order or the Liberal World Order or the Global Liberal World Order, whatever it is that you want to call it, there is something coming with this Great Reset. And they're speaking about it openly. Now, you want to take the path of what conspiracy theorists are saying and go to one extreme, or do you want to go to the other extreme? It is up to you. But what we recommend, the best way to be able for us to be able to overcome and be able to navigate through the changes that are coming, is for us to be able to be self-reliant and self-sufficient. And this is where a lot of these people, a lot of these conspiracy theories are talking about, and I do agree with them to a certain extent, that I believe each and every one of us as humans, we should be self-reliant on our own things, self-reliant on ourselves, being able to have our own financial freedom, have our own control over our finances, so that we can supply for ourselves and our family and our loved ones what we want. So the overall message here today is the Great Reset is coming, and we know something is going to come. We're seeing something changing in the world. There's a lot of tension in the world right now, and the best thing that you can do right now is really think about how are you going with your financial freedom. If you're stuck in a job and working in a job and you don't have any other sources of income, then are you really in a position to be able to be financially free, or are you just going to be in, just a pawn in whatever system that's coming? And this is why we are so passionate about giving people financial freedom, because financial freedom gives you also freedom in your life and gives you the ability to do what you want. So this is an opportunity for you to go out and learn about financial literacy and financial freedom and start planning ways that you can have multiple streams of income, so that if something does happen and you lose your job or whatever it is, you can then rely on something else to be able to provide for your family and your loved ones. That's it from me, guys, today. I'm keeping it nice and short. I'm trying to keep these under 10 minutes. So been on for about 10 minutes and 12 seconds now. So I hope you've learned something new today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and keep an eye out on the events. And we'll see you all tomorrow night at the usual live stream, where we go through news highlights, adoption highlights, and Twitter highlights. That's it from me. Peace out and have a great day. Bye.